Welcome back to Taiwan Outlook. In our studio today is Professor Philip Cheng. He's an expert on sports marketing from National Taiwan Normal University. Professor Cheng, we've been talking about Taiwan's World Game to be hosted next year. Yes. But we also talk about the professionalization of hosting a sports event and also sports in general. But there are also complaints or criticism about the failure of the previous experience of our professionalizing some of the sports in Taiwan, such as baseball and so on. What are the major difficulties that Taiwan is facing now in terms of professionalizing sports events?
Because I watched the games in Beijing, so we lost to baseball. It's terrible. It really hurt the Chinese professional baseball now. It doesn't means we don't have the future in the professional baseball in Taiwan, because they have to do some change. Mm-hmm. They are really not doing the marketing. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because the reason why people going to the baseball park, because they love baseball.
That's right.
There are many loyalty sports fans there. Mm-hmm. Doesn't mean they do the marketing things. Mm-hmm. So that's the one thing. And also we have the market is too small. Yeah. So I think if we want to have future of our professional baseball, we maybe we can consider to work with the China, even though their performance is not so good as us. I think you can see a Chinese market is bigger.
But in terms of professional baseball, people are also talking about cooperation with Japan, South Korea.
Yes.
So is that also a good approach as well?
Yes. So that's why we have the World Games in the professional baseball, and right. We also have the Asian Games. So it's next year in March.
But on the other hand, people are also concerning the fact that other professional sports are also losing money, including the basketball and so on. Why are all those sports events in difficulties?
I think the factor of to be successful, first you have to have the star athlete.
Yes, star athlete.
You have the good sports venue. For example, you have basketball gyms, very good basketball gym. We don't have that. And you have very competitive teams. Yeah. And you have the TV broadcasting. There's some key elements here if you want to make it successful.
Let's talk about sports stars. You know, in many sports, they do have sports stars, and in a way that was created by the agent, by the market, and so on. Yeah. But in recent years, we hardly see any sports stars in Taiwan. We see Jamie Wang in New York, but that was created in New York, not in Taiwan. So what are the difficulties that Taiwan is facing in terms of creating sports stars?
I think the basic problem is the performance. Wang Jianming has the best performance. That's why he can go to the New York Yankees. So many the good athletes who have the potential, but they don't really training hard enough to develop their potential to do that. So I think there's one problem here in Taiwan. And also I like to make some suggestion about the elite or the talent athlete in Taiwan. For example, we have very good player in tennis, in golf. But they have to pay their own money to the coach. Yeah. If we want to win some gold medal for Taiwan, you have to put more budget on this talent athlete. I think these sports can win a gold medal for Taiwan. Yeah.
And it appears weird because our government give money to those athletes who won or who has already won gold medal, before they win gold medal, not before they win the gold medal, right?
It's interesting. The prize money we reward these medalists is similar, you know, compare with the mainland China. For the gold medals, about 10 million NT dollars, like that.
But in other countries, once the athlete wins a gold medal, and it becomes a merchandise as well. He himself or herself becomes a product, and companies want to use that as a brand, as a sponsor, and so on. Why didn't that happen in Taiwan?
I think you point a very key problem here is for the professional sport, you still need to base on the mass participation. This sport is welcomed by the public.
Yeah.
Basketball, baseball. If you are the medalist of weightlifting, nobody cares.
Yeah.
Like that.
That's right. So you need to have a big enough market for the sponsored products and so on.
Yeah. Yes.
But how about TV broadcasting? You know, in other countries you do have 24-hour, you know, sports TV stations and so on. But in the case of Taiwan, we have one or two only. Is that a chicken and an egg problem? You know, because you don't have a big size market, so you don't have ratings for that.
I'll give you examples in the United States because sports is kind of cultural for American. So it's natural for them. They actually they live in the sports life, but not in Taiwan.
Yeah.
Because students have to go to the advanced school. After the school, they have to pass the exam.
Yeah.
These things decide their future, not sports, because our parents will say, hey, you play sport, you cannot make money, you cannot make your career.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we need more example about that. You can be the Wang Jianming. You can be another sports hero. But at this moment, sports for all, the program for sports for all is still need to more reinforcement.
But on the other hand, as you mentioned, that in the States, sports or is one way of life. You know.
Yeah.
But in Taiwan, that's a test. You know, a student has to pass the test and so on. So how can we change the mentality or the thinking in terms of seeing why do we need to practice sports?
If you look in the good side, because the city or the nation is kind of globalized, so we can receive many information from outside of Taiwan. Yeah. So you will be influenced by the NBA. So not only influenced by the local sports star like that.
That's right.
So we kind of influenced by the nations, the culture, the sports culture around the Taiwan. So I think the good development of sports industry in Korea, in Japan, in Asia area, and the United States and in Europe. So they will go into the Taiwan's market. So I think in the future, as long as our economic keep growing, then the sports industry will grow. That and more people, they can really enjoy the fun of sport and the benefit of sports.
But there are also complaints about this kind of globalization. In other words, it's Americanization. In other words, for instance, yes, we are very good at basketball players, but they can never compete in the NBA, in terms of height and so on. You cannot have, many talent, sports players, basketball players go into the NBA. So there are also always limits, you know. But now basketball has become one of the most popular sports in Taiwan. And some people suggest that maybe we should go to play badminton and things like that. Do you agree with that kind of argument?
Yeah, because the badminton is also popular, but not so popular as the basketball and baseball, because the most successful professional sports league is NBA.
That's right.
So that's why there are so many basketball fans in the world.
Yeah, but that also has to do with the sports marketing, right?
Yes. Yes. So I think because as I know, there are the population of the sports, the badminton player in Taiwan is also high. The percentage is also high, but it's not professionalized.
That's right. Is some way that we can professionalize the badminton competition and so on?
I think two ways. One way, still, we need the badminton, the star from the badminton players. But so far, we don't have the good performance internationally.
How about tennis? You know, in recent years, people talk about tennis.
Tennis. I think
we've got a chance on that.
Yes. But the participation of tennis is going down in Taiwan because it costs money.
That's right.
You need a tennis court. You have to play. You have to buy the racket, like that.
But you know, playing basketball and basketball, you know, it costs some money as well.
But you can play by yourself. You can play around.
I see.
You play the hoops or something. It's different. And also the baseball is kind of culture.
That's right. That's
in
right.
Taiwan.
When we come back, we'll talk about the Olympic game this time again. You know, especially the so-called post-Olympic economy.
Yes.
And people are now concerning and paying attention to the future economy of China after the Olympic game. And so, from other countries and from other cities' experience, what can we predict about China's future economy? So stay with us. We'll be back after this message.